Welcome, class, to Module 1, Studying Geography. In this module, we're going to be answering the big question on page 2 of your textbook. How does the use of geographic tools help us view the world in new ways? Let's kick things off with Lesson 1, Studying Geography. The big idea here is that the study of geography helps us view the world in new ways. I want you to keep this idea in your head throughout this video. And first things first, what is geography? Simply put, geography is the study of the world, its people, and the landscapes they create. Geography is a super broad topic and covers a lot of information, so think about where you live. What does it look like? It's super flat, right? What other landforms are nearby? Now think about the weather. What's the weather in Lawton like? And how does it change throughout the year? Finally, think about the people that live in Lawton. Do they live mostly in houses or do they live in apartments? How do they get from one place to another? Do they take the bus? Do they drive themselves? Do they ride bikes? And were most of the people that are living in Lawton born here or did they move here? All of that stuff is part of Lawton's geography. Again, the study of geography is the study of the world, its people, and the landscapes they create. In this class, we're going to be looking at geography both as a science and as a social science. So, what do I mean by science? What I mean is that we look at the parts of the world and ask, how does this work? They work to answer questions by making observations, gathering data, studying the data, summarizing the data, and making conclusions. So, let me give you an example of this. I want to know what time of day is the hottest. First, I need to make some observations.
Sure is hot out here.
Next, I need to gather my data. Then, I need to study my data. Next, we summarize the data. Finally, we make conclusions based on the information that we got.
4 o'clock.
Alright, so if science is a study of the world, what do we think social science studies? Social science is used when you can't measure something in numbers. Social scientists study people and how they live and interact with each other. So some questions that social scientists might ask are, why does England still have a queen? Why do people in Argentina speak Portuguese? What's up with that gross fruit that smells like a fart? These questions are usually answered by surveying and interviewing people. If you want a real-life example, as of recording this video, the United States is currently conducting their 2020 census, which asks each of their citizens to answer a series of questions and uses that information to answer a lot of really big questions. By the way, that nasty fruit is called a durian, and apparently it tastes super sweet. If anyone's tried it, please tell me about it because I'm super duper curious. Okay, back to geography. When you're looking at the world, you look at it in 3 different levels. Local, regional, and global. Local levels are usually examined in order to know how people live and how to improve their lives. They ask questions like, what do the people in Lawton like to eat? What's the local government like? Should we build something that's actually cool on the east side of town? They can also help the city prepare for any sort of unexpected or future changes. The regional level is a really vague term. Why do I say that? First, let's talk about what a region is. A region is a part of the world that has one or more common features that distinguish it from the areas around it. Some regions are split up based on their physical characteristics, like how the Rocky Mountains splits up the western United States. Or, like how in Westeros, the northern border is a gigantic wall that a wizard probably made. Other regions may be split up by language, such as the people in Scandinavia being grouped together because of their shared language and religion. Geographers divide the world for loads of reasons, and that's because it's way easier to study a smaller area versus trying to study a really big area. So, why would anyone want to study on the global level? It's usually because you want to know how one region interacts with another area, or how one region interacts with the rest of the world. So, They would probably ask questions like, how does England's market change the rest of the world's market? Does the pollution in China affect the people of the United States? What happens when you put conditioner in your hair before shampoo? In a more recent example, you can think of how each of the countries of the world have handled the COVID-19 epidemic and compare each of their infection rates. In summary, we learned that the study of geography helps us view the world in the scope of different sciences and the world from different levels. Next time, we're going to look at how each field of geography is divided, and we're going to watch me play Minecraft. Until then, please wash your hands, wear a mask, God bless, and happy painting.